Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to stitch designer bubble hem gown for 7 to 8 years. Hope you will like it. For this, I am taking these fabrics: 1 meter light pink color fabric, satin fabric for making flowers, 5 meters dark color satin fabrics for making bodies and skirt, 4 meters cotton fabric for lining and a zipper. So let's start with the measurement details. First, I'll show you how to cut bodies on this lining fabric. I have already marked the body's measurements. Fold the fabric into 4 like this. First, mark a half-inch line. Body's length is 12 plus 1 inch stitching margin equals to 13 inches. Shoulder width 5 inches. Armhole depth 5 inches as well. Chest is full round of chest, adding 4 inches of ease allowance and divided it into by 4 and mark that measurements, and 1 inch extra for the stitching margin. Waist is full round of waist, adding 3 inches of ease allowance and divided it into by 4 and mark that measurements, and 1 inch extra for the stitching margin. Give a half inch curve to the waistline. Neck width 2.5 inches. Neck depth for front 3 inches and neck depth for back 1 inch. Give the round shape to the neck and armholes and cut the body's pattern for front and back separately. Now I am cutting the satin skirt. For this I am making full circular pattern. So fold the fabric into 8 folds. With these 8 folds I have got 2 half circles. Here is 4 open and 4 closed sides, as you can see. And other side I have 8 closed sides. How to fold the fabric I'll show you on this paper. Suppose paper as 4 meters fabric. First fold the paper into half, then again fold it into half. See once again. First fold the paper into half, then again fold it into half. Then make a triangular shape like this. Now first I'll mark the waist measurements. For the waist, I'll divide my full waist measurements by 8 since fabric is in 8 folds. My waist is 26 inches. Divide this 26 by 8, we will get 3.25 inches. Then add half inch for seaming allowance, becomes 3.75 inches, and mark this 3.75 inches as waist measurements. Now, for length of the skirt, add 10 to 15 inches extra to your actual length of the skirt. My skirt length is 26 inches. When I'll add 10 inches to this, it becomes 36 inches. But here I have only 9 inches extra. So I'll mark the length of the skirt as 35 inches. Whatever you got, 10 or 15 inches extra, just add and cut the skirt. And you will get 2 half circles. Now in the same way, by folding in 8 folds, cut the 2 half circles from the lining fabrics, but make sure you have to cut the lining skirt with the actual skirt length. Don't add extra inches to the lining skirt's length. My actual length of skirt is 26 inches, so I'll cut the lining skirt with 26 inches length. I have cut the satin and lining skirts pieces, and I have also cut 2 half circles of hard net or can net to give it a fluffy look with the length of 26 inches. I have also cut the lining bodice pieces and satin back bodice piece. I have cut as lining back bodice piece, but on satin front bodice piece, I want to make some pleats. For this, I have taken this fabric piece with the width of as same as bodice, as you can see, and length of this piece is 32 inches. I want to make pleats, 8 pleats on this. Each pleat is of 0.75 inch. So first, I'll mark 13 points of 1.5 inches on both sides, like so. Now, I'll half these 1.5 inches points since I have to make each pleat of 0.75 inch. Leave the first mark and start with second mark and half. Make half of these 1.5 inch points. Now make pleats with leaving one midpoint as shown. Make pleats with leaving one point, as you can see. My pleats are of 7 inches and I'll need 6 more inches since my bodice is of 13 inches, and make the pleats on other sides as well. Now set all these pleats by pressing these and make stitch lines on these pleats. And after then cut the neck and armholes as of front bodies. I have made 2 or 3 stitch lines on these pleats so that they stays in place. Now take your lining and satin bodice pieces and place satin piece right side upwards and make a stitch line on armholes and turn it to the wrong side and do the top stitching. Then take your both satin skirt pieces and stitch it on the one side. Stitch it only on the one side, don't stitch another side. And also stitch the lining skirts and hard net skirts only with one side and attach the hard net to the lining skirt. I have concealed the armholes. For attaching the 8 inches long zipper, I have cut a strip of fabric that is 3 inches in width and 10 inches in length. Pin this strip to the back bodies and make a V kind of stitch line. Then cut the middle of this V stitch and turn it to the wrong side. Press it and attach the zipper. Now join both the shoulders and conceal the raw edges of neckline with 1.5 inches width of bias strip. Then stitch the sides of the bodies. I have stitched the bodies piece, and for back straps I have used this contrast color ribbon. I have stitched satin skirt on one side and also attached the hardnet and lining skirts together. I have stitched the hardnet and lining skirt on all sides. Now I have to divide the satin skirt into 4 parts. How to divide it, I'll show you on paper. I have cut these 2 paper patterns on satin and lining skirts so that you can easily understand. First, divide the satin skirt into 4 parts. As you can see, fold it like this. This is the first point. Fold it again and mark second and third points as shown. Doing this, you have got the skirt in 4 parts. In the same way, divide the lining skirt into 4 parts like this. Now, place your both satin and lining skirt by facing right side each other and match all the points and pin these. First, match all the points and pin these points by matching each other. Now there is some extra space. There is some extra fabric in between these points. Since satin skirt length is longer than the lining skirt, so there is some extra flares on it. We have to make some random pleats with this extra fabric. Now watch how to do this on fabric. First, here I am dividing both the skirts into 4 parts. Now match all the points and pin these. This is the first point I have pinned. This is the second point I have pinned. In this way, pin all the points. and make some random pleats with the extra fabrics in between the points, like this. In this way, make pleats with the extra fabric in between the points and stitch it. I have stitched these pleated bottom flares. Now turn the satin skirt to the right side. Now, as you know, we have taken 10 to 15 inches extra length of satin skirt. With this extra inches, we have to make 2 pleats and pin these pleats. Make pleats like this and pin this. Make second pleats like this and pin it. Make these pleats some regular intervals and pin these. Make these pleats all over the skirt and after then hand stitch some fabric flowers on these pinned pleats. How to make these fabric flowers I'll show you. I have made total 18 fabric flowers for this dress. Hand stitch these flowers on these pleats and then stitch the sides of the skirt and also conceal the raw edges of sides. Also conceal the raw edges of sides with a ribbon since I have attached hard net to the skirt. For making flowers, I have taken fabric strips with 3 inches in width and length is 20 inches. With these strips, you have got 2 to 2.5 inches diameter flowers. If you want bigger flower then take 25 inches length of strips. First, fold the strip in a triangle and pin. Then fold it and pin. And at the end, make again a triangle and pin it. Now with the help of thread and needle, do the running stitch and gather the flower. Then roll it little by little and give it a flower shape with the help of thread and needle. After hand stitch the flowers on the skirt, it will look like this. Now, pin the bodies and skirts waistline by matching the sides of both and make a stitch line on waist. After that, I'll show you the finished look of the dress. And this is how my dress looks after stitching. Hope you liked it. Please like, comment and share my work, and also subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.